Hi everyone, welcome to the Globian Show. Mini episode. As you guys know, we did a pie last time and I said I was going to put up the recipe for the pie crust.
Oh, you promised.
So I'm keeping that promise today. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so the ingredients you're going to be using today are 3 cups of flour, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay.
Now you might not use all of it, it just depends on how sweet you want your crust.
I like it sweet.
And I don't like it very sweet.
Well,
Well, the inside of the pie is already sweet.
okay.
Okay, so we're also going to be needing 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, there's a couple other ingredients that are in the refrigerator right now. In the
Wait. In the refrigerator?
Yes.
But why?
I'll explain that later.
The mystery is killing me.
All right, so the ingredients that are in the refrigerator is 1 cup of cold water, 1/3 of a cup of cold vegetable shortening,
Sure, why not?
and 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter.
Okay, if you say so.
It's diced already, so I cut it in little cubes, and it's gonna be cold. And I'll explain why we're gonna need those ingredients to be
because I'm losing confidence here.
to be cold later.
Okay.
All right. Now the things that you will be needing are a rolling pin,
Of course.
a whisk,
Ta-da.
a tablespoon, and 2 butter knives.
2 butter knives?
2 butter knives. So the reason we're using the 2 butter knives is because I'm going to be making, I guess, maybe the slowest method of making pie crust. And that's because I know that some people might not have a food processor. So I just wanted to show you guys how you can make a pie crust without the food processor, just making it by hand.
Or in the event that electricity goes out.
That's also a very good reason.
Okay.
So how about we get started, Globian?
Please, let's get cooking.
All right.
It's called the Globian.
Globian, how would you look prepared?
I look very scared.
Oh, Globian, you look so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we're all right. So we're gonna add the salt to the flour
Okay.
and the sugar as well.
All right.
So all your dry ingredients, and we're just gonna whisk that together.
Whisk me away.
Globian, would you like to help me with this?
No way. It happened last time. Not since the accident. I can barely see out of my left eye.
All right, I'll do this then.
Okay, please. And she's whisking, folks. And now she's whisking. And she's whisking. Everything's going great. And now 3 minutes are left for the clock. And she's whisking her life away.
All right, so everything looks pretty much well incorporated. Here, Globian, no! You're making a mess.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna put that flour mixture into a bigger bowl so that we can have an easier time of cutting the butter into the flour.
That makes more sense, thank you.
All right.
Hey, Chef Glory.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right.
Hey. I like you very much.
Ah, thanks, Globian.
You're kind of my role model. Oh, thanks.
All right, so we're gonna start adding the fat, which is the butter and the shortening, to the flour.
Okay.
We're gonna be cutting it with the knives. Again, in case you do not have a food processor, this is what you can use instead.
Sure, why not?
All right, so now we're gonna be adding the butter to this flour mixture, okay? I'm just gonna throw it all in there. Now it's nice and cold so that it doesn't melt. We do want the mixture to stay kind of crumbly. So when you're cutting the butter into the flour, we don't want the butter pieces to get smaller than the size of peas.
Ah, okay.
So you're gonna grab the 2 knives
You're like a ninja warrior with 2 butter knives.
and you're just going to cut across just like that until all of it is incorporated. About halfway through now, and we're going to be adding the shortening. Just little by little. And I'm just going to add the rest of the shortening. And we're going to cut that into it as well. Now, if you have a surface that you can put the flour on and then cut, that might be a better option. I don't have that surface, so that's why I'm doing it inside of a bowl.
We don't have that luxury.
So this is starting to look really good. The pieces are, getting pretty small, right about the size that we need them. So you want the biggest pieces that you find. You really don't want it to be bigger than this. And as you can see, my hands are a little dirty there, but there you are. That's about the size you want to see.
They sure are.
Okay. So now we're going to start adding the water.
Okay.
1 tablespoon at a time.
Whoop.
But the trick to a good crust is really the size of the pieces that I showed you. Incorporating this properly will increase your chances of getting a really flaky crust, which is what everyone wants.
Like the lottery.
And you're just going to keep on adding the tablespoons until you're done with the water, or until you see that the dough is the right consistency. See, right now it's still a little too soft, so you do need to add a little bit more water so it can stick together a little bit more.
Okay, you say so.
Okay, so the mixture's almost done. As you can see, I've also used my hands. So I'm going to tell you just a little tip. If you're having a hard time mixing inside of the bowl, you can actually grab the flour mixture, and because it's a butter knife, it's not going to hurt you, so you can just cut right into it this way.
I see.
All right, but this is looking really good. It's starting to clump up, which is what we wanted to do. And then we're just going to add just the rest of the water, which is just a little bit. It's not even that much left. So we're going to do about 2 more tablespoons. That's how much I think is left. And this should start clumping together even more. And once it does, we're just going to roll it up.
I'm sorry, what?
Roll it up.
Okay.
Are you going to help me roll it?
I can try.
Okay. Actually, maybe not. You might leave some felt in the dough. This is pretty much clumped up, so I'm going to set these aside, and I'm just going to grab it with my hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll it into a ball.
Like Play-Doh.
Like Play-Doh. And this is the consistency you guys want to see.
Show it to the screen.
See, it doesn't stick to my fingers, but it sticks together. Smell like Globian. What does it smell like to you?
Heaven.
Okay, guys, so I have let this dough sit in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Now I have put some flour on the surface, and now we're going to just put this dough down. We're going to roll it out to the size that you need it, and that's it. That's your recipe for this beautiful flaky pie crust.
That's it. That's so easy.
That is very easy.
I could do this.
Well, I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope to see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll be in your hat.